Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 1 of You Can't Make This Shit Up. I'm Lori,
I'm Jen.
and the premise of the show is we point things out that occur in everyday life, and you have to take a step back and think to yourself, what just happened here? What's going on here? Did this really happen?
We all experience something in our day-to-day lives that annoys us, agitates us, frustrates us, or we just say, like, did this really happen? So this is really real life stories, real funny, real shit that you absolutely cannot make up. So we decided to just throw it out there to you people and discuss.
That's right. And today, our first topic is phone fiascos.
We've all had them.
That's right. Who did you accidentally butt dial and you wind up having to speak to that person?
It's happened to me.
And number 2, phone fiasco. Did you ever have a phone number that belonged to you
Or assigned to you.
but people still have them? You receive calls from random people who you don't know or belong to a company.
Or people trying to make payments.
I don't think Steve Jobs thought this whole cell phone creation through. We are so technologically advanced, but are we?
Not really.
No. There should be an alert that when you say, hey Siri, call the person you want to call. Like Siri should respond, calling mom. Wait, is this the person that you wanted to call? You can avoid so much aggravation in your life if this simple function was installed on your phone. I'll even pay for it. Is there an app?
There should be.
Yes. Where is it?
I don't know.
Do you know how many hours of my life I could get back if this function on the phone was installed? Siri clearly does not have our backs.
Fucking bitch.
She is a bitch. And she didn't hear me
No,
correct.
she doesn't pay attention.
I think she needs hearing aids.
She does. She does. We'll take her to the Costco.
That's right. Another Siri type incident is when you're in the car. So, for example, I was in the car and
What
I
happened?
said, hey Siri, call Mercedes. Not the car, a person.
Were you trying to call the dealership or
No,
were you trying to
an
actually call a
individual.
person? Okay, gotcha. All right.
I took
Oh,
my eyes
first
and ears
mistake.
off the prize as I was focusing on the
Well, you should
road.
be
I
focusing on
should.
the road. That's
That's right.
important. Car
That's right.
safety. Yep.
Very important. And I see the number for a work colleague come up. So before I even have time to end the call, it rings once. Maybe it rang a half a second. And this work colleague picks up the phone. No delay. I didn't have time to stop the call. And this colleague starts talking and talking and talking. And you think I can talk? This Betty puts me to shame.
No, you're very shy and quiet.
I mean, the word salad that comes out of this person's mouth, it's ridiculous. So there I was. I'm speaking to this individual for 10 whole minutes, which seemed like an hour. And this is how painful Siri hurts us.
Yeah, no, she's mean.
And what about you?
Or even if you have, so in your contacts, let's say you have a friend named Lisa, but you have multiple Lisas. So you want to call this one individual Lisa to discuss your plans, but you call the wrong one. Hey Siri, call Lisa so and so, and you call the wrong one. And then you're like, and you're like, oh shit, I haven't spoken to this person in 4 years. I just called the wrong Lisa. This is going to turn out really badly. Hey, you know what? You're just going to have to roll with it.
And
Suck
they
it up,
pick up the phone,
buttercup.
they go, hello.
Yeah, like exactly. They pick up the like,
Did you mean to call
why is
me?
Jen calling me? We haven't spoken in 4 years. Yeah, that's like a sticky wicket. Yeah, no. The answer is no. I didn't mean to call you. I meant to call somebody else. But Siri sucks.
And there should be a function, I think, in contacts that if you actually haven't contacted anybody in the last, I'm going to say 24 months, it should delete immediately.
Sure. Like think about it. You can actually go in and edit your text messages. If you accidentally text somebody or like you have a typo, because my younger son likes to correct my grammar all the time. Yep, he does. So you can make a correction. You can edit your text. Why can't you do that with Siri? Because she's horrible. She's absolutely horrible. So, yeah, phone fiascos, Lori, we've all had them. But how about if you actually have a phone that was given to you by your company, and they send it to you pre-programmed through AT&T. So yeah, okay, thanks AT&T. You send this cell phone who used to be somebody named Kathy's. Okay, this is coming to my husband. So people call. Apparently, Kathy has had multiple health issues. Not only has she had health
Poor
issues,
Kathy.
she's had a lot of financial problems, and she's trying to buy a Honda apparently. So this Honda dealer calls, and my husband answers the phone looking for Kathy. So my husband's response is, "Do I sound like my name is Kathy?" Well, I don't know.
Is this the finance department?
No. So it's going on for so long, probably almost a year. So much so that it's gotten to the point where people call looking for Kathy, and my husband says she's dead or in jail or hospitalized. I think now she probably is. I don't know.
Kathy moved to South Africa. But wait, she doesn't have any money. She has financial problems.
That's true, and then you might get a Google alert to send money to Kathy in
That's right,
Botswana
from
or
the
something.
prince.
Yeah, from exactly, or they're gonna hold her account hostage. So, I don't know. It's this whole, like, phone thing, it's really it is really tricky. It
What if you get a phone call from person that thinks that they're calling another company, like your
so I
Sloman's?
get that happens to my house weekly. So, apparently, my home phone number, yes, I still have a landline. You can all laugh amongst yourselves.
I have a landline.
You know what? Sometimes you actually have
You need
that.
a
You
landline.
need a landline, especially if you have a
You need to
vet,
give
if
it
you have a
actually,
home
you actually need
office.
to give your landline number to people that you don't want calling because they'll never get you.
That is true, because who the hell answers the landline phone?
Bill on the
I How
land.
do I? I think I have like 800 unplayed messages in
I may
mine.
have a
Yeah, my
million.
queue is whatever. I'm just so not interested. But apparently, my phone number is like one or two digits off from Sloman's. So people call us constantly. We'd like to make a payment. I can take that payment for you today, sir. Will you be paying in full? Sure. I mean, it's gotten to the point where they call me to schedule service. I'm gonna
Huh.
start scheduling service calls. What do you think about that?
Well, are you going to do heating, air conditioning, or are they
Alarms and alarms. I am going to
do
be
a
the
package
full
deal?
gamut. Yes, I'm going to bundle and save, like Jake,
Bundle and save, like Progressive.
Jake from State Farm. Yeah, that's a whole other topic. Him in his red shirt, very annoying. But anyway,
How many calls a day do you think you get on the landline?
oh,
Even though you rarely check
for
it.
Sloman's or in general?
Well, let's go with
Oh, for
Sloman's.
Sloman's, at least once or twice a day. It's gotten to the point I just don't even call. Or then you get people who don't speak English calling it, hey, like Sloman's?
But you
No,
don't see the big picture. You could have profited from this.
I could have, because I could have taken those payments. But you know what, Lori? I'm
Solid citizen.
somewhere, somehow, maybe a little.
Although I am a little baffled because Sloman's does publish on their website, on the commercials, it's 1-800 alarm me. How are they getting your phone number?
But I guess their number for Nassau County is very similar
It's a
to it's a
516 number.
516 number, so it's very similar to mine. So that's a problem. But
I think they owe you reparations.
fuck them. It's coming from my caller ID. Why are these people calling me? So yeah, so phone fiascos.
Try ADT.
Exactly. Fans of them. Thank you very much.
We're fans of ADT. Um, Alternatively, I want to talk a little bit about the butt dial
Oh, yeah. Or
because,
accidental FaceTime. That's a blunder.
ooh, that's a big one. It's a big one. But you know what? The butt dial is big, and I'll tell you why.
Don't put your phone in your pocket. Put it on the table, for fuck's sake.
It's not just putting it in your pocket. Sometimes you can literally just have your phone next to you and you're doing too many different things and you accidentally touch something and the phone just
And you get some random, oh,
rings up.
sorry, didn't mean to call you.
You know what? Sometimes you do a butt dial and you don't even know you're butt dialing somebody. What do if you butt dial somebody? You don't realize you butt dial somebody. You have the phone on you. Maybe it's in your pocket and you go to the
Oh,
bathroom.
that's bad. No one needs to hear you urinating or, yeah,
Defecating.
I'm in gastric. Yeah, sorry, I'm in gastric distress. No one needs to hear that.
No one needs to
Yeah.
know that you had fast food for lunch,
Yeah, it's solid. Yeah, I get that. I
right?
totally get that.
Another thing, butt dialing someone that you didn't mean to butt dial, they're on the other line, and you and let's say a work colleague start talking about that person who's on butt dial.
That's bad.
Bad.
And
You
they're
better be
calling
careful about
HR, and
what you
you got
say.
HR would be all over you for that.
But what if you're just randomly talking about this person, not even realizing they're on the other line? And let's say you said a negative comment about that
You know
person.
what my philosophy is? If I have something to say to
I'll
your
say it to you.
face, that's kind of,
Well, you don't need
I
a butt
know,
dial for it then.
I'm a little angry. I'm surly.
Well, I would just say that if you realize that you've done something like that,
You got to own it.
and
You
then
got to
you
own it. What else do you
realize
do?
they're on the other line, you either have a couple of options because it could be a very uncomfortable
Absolutely.
situation if you see that person at a party, at a restaurant,
Yeah.
at a work function.
Hmm.
You you
You're
have
like,
a
that
couple of
Lori's a
options.
bitch.
You either quit, you throw the phone in the river, or go into the witness protection program, or you just flat out say,
Sorry.
I'm sorry. And you know what, Mary? It wasn't about you,
I think I
Mary.
really know many Marys, but okay.
Well, hopefully you're butt dialing someone who has a common name. And this way you could deflect and say,
Again, we need like better controls on the phone, I'm thinking.
that's right. It all comes down to the phone.
Yeah.
And everyone is very
Yeah, well, because
careless
we all
now.
have
Everyone's lazy.
you know
You
what?
don't even know other people's phone
Or
number.
you might need like a jitterbug, one of those, or like that ladybug phone, like with the really big font that you can see from outer space. Yeah, but let's think about it. Like okay, so we have senior parents, you and I, okay,
Right.
and they have technology. They have, which is scary. So my mom has an Apple Watch. Yes, she does, and
So does
she
mine.
has a an iPad, and she has an iPhone. So my mother, talking about a real major phone fiasco. So she wears hearing aids. Okay, so I mean, listen, all the concerts I've been to in my youth, I probably could use them as well too at this point in my life, but I can't hear shit. So my mom wanted to pair up the Bluetooth in her car, okay, to her I was about to say her earbuds. She doesn't wear earbuds. To her hearing aids and to the phone. So it all has to kind of sync. So she goes to the car dealership and they do it for her because they're super nice in the service department. Like, Myrna, we got you. We're gonna do this for you, no problem. So what ends up happening? There's a software update. Okay, that's another big issue. Software update. So there's a software update and everything unpairs. My mom goes down to the showroom, middle of the showroom. She walks in and says, "You sold me a lemon." Her Bluetooth unpairing from her phone. We are in the car. She was all messed up. Another time, my son was playing like a game on her phone or something, and she's hearing something in her ear, and she keeps walking around thinking she's hearing something. When she looks over, there's my younger son playing a game on her phone. So, it's technology and seniors. That's another episode. Tune in,
That's
people.
right. That's right. It is another episode. Um, and there's just so many things nowadays with the iPhone, their updates, Siri.
Oh God. Yeah, or you unpair when you exercise when you're working out. It's technology is a bitch.
Yeah, we have a rough life.
We do. Yeah, I know. I know we do. This is very sad.
Hey Siri, end the podcast.
I had to unplug the kitchen Siri because she's chiming in.
That's right. That's
I can't make this shit up. Who else would this happen to?
us.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right. But I'm sure it's happened to everyone who's listening to this
My,
right now.
I feel like my life and your life is like I feel like I'm being punked all the time.
I think I'm on candid camera.
Yeah, like Alan Funt is gonna pop out from the back and go, smile, smile, Jen, you're on
There's
candid
no
camera.
gong show here. The camera's over our
Oh,
head.
remember the Gong Show? I totally remember the Gong
Of
Show.
course. Of
Yep.
course.
He used to do the little dance. I forgot his name. I don't remember his name. Do you remember his name?
I don't, but I do remember he was some kind of CIA dude. They
Yeah.
made a movie after it.
I know, it was pretty crazy. So again, like you and I are, it's like we have ADHD, which is so true. Like, okay, so and our kids are like our tech support. Think about that. I have to defer to my 20-year-old and my 23-year-old. You know,
We think we're tech savvy, but honestly, we're not. When you
think
give,
for yourself.
when
I'm
you,
pretty
I
good.
think I am too. But when it comes to something and you're stuck on a blip and you call one of your kids,
They talk to you like you're an idiot. Don't you love
that's number
that?
one. And number two, they figure it out in 0.3 seconds and they go, oh, here you go. Like
I know, and like the whole yeah, I because they're a iPad,
they grew
TikTok,
up. They
social media generation. We're not. We're Gen Xers.
we're Gen Xers, but we know technology.
We do know
They don't know
technology.
what a typewriter is.
No, oh, I had my mom still had my word processor that I had from my son goes, what the actual fuck is that? What did you do with it?
That's okay. These kids don't even know what a VCR is nowadays.
No, I still have one. I do. I still have one.
Okay.
I think I still have like their Disney VHS tapes. My mom was like, "You write something."
Convert those to a flash.
No, we'll just get rid of them. I don't need this shit in my house. It's like I have enough crap here. I need Marie Kondo to come in and say, "This brings me no
Let's bring
joy.
it
Get
up.
rid of it." Yeah, it doesn't. Oh no, not brings me no. It doesn't spark joy. That was her thing. Doesn't spark joy. Yeah, I mean, who folds a fucking t-shirt like that?
Don't know.
Did you ever see that? The way she folds her stuff? It's
I
unbelievable.
haven't.
Google that shit. See, technology. There you go.
I digress.
Let's kick it back to you. Now,
Thanks for listening to You Can't Make This Shit Up.
hope we were entertaining. But again,
But
it's
we plan on entertaining you
yeah,
every week.
literally like everything silly or stupid or just a head scratcher that happens to someone actually and a lot of the times we're together when some of this stuff happens.
Everything that happens in your day-to-day life.
Like where you just walk out and say, "Am I hallucinating? Did this actually just happen?"
Can't make this shit up.
No, you really can't make this shit up, Laura.
Hey Siri, end the podcast.
He's a stupid
I don't
bitch.
understand.